All right, earlier today, Tencent Music reported earnings that beat estimates, but the eye-popping number was the 123 million paying users on the streaming platform and the tripling of its profits. Now, Tencent, along with Spotify and Apple, dominate global streaming music, which in barely 10 years has grown from next to nothing to a $45 billion industry. And that brings us to an important milestone in the evolution from physical music to downloaded music to streaming music. Because it was on this day, May 13th, 2016, when Chance the Rapper released his coloring book mixtape exclusively on Apple Music for free, with no major record label involved. There was no CD to cop, no MP3 to download. The mixtape still debuted at number 8 on the Billboard charts. It was the first streaming-only music album to crack the top 200 and the first to surpass the digital equivalent of 500,000 albums sold. It was a game changer, proof of life for a new business model. And the change was swift. Just a month after Coloring Book, the National Academy of Recording Arts and Sciences agreed to accept nominations of music released only in streaming form, the first time that had ever happened. And in the ratification of that decision, Coloring Book a few months later became the first streaming-only album to ever win a Grammy. Now, it was a coup for Chance the Rapper, but it was more of a lifeline for an industry that had grappled with 2 decades of decline. By the end of 2016, U.S. music sales were up 11%. And for the first time, streaming accounted for the majority of that revenue, 51%. And it's only grown since. Here in the United States alone, paid and ad-supported streaming services, as well as sales through digital radio and social media apps, that brought in a record $14.9 billion in revenue last year, or about 84% of total domestic sales. By comparison, revenue from physical formats accounted for 11%, and that was mostly vinyl records. And as far as digital downloads, that's pretty much a thing of the past already, accounting for less than 3% of market share.